All right, so it's been a while since we've done a big job in the shop, and this one is going to be a special one because this is the world's worst Supra. This one was restored by Jack Builds Its channel. We got my man Brian here, and we're going to be shooting this one and getting it all nice and pretty. That way he can build this thing back and have one of the nicest Supras on the planet. So he's here now. Let's go ahead and get this thing in the shop. We'll go over it. We'll show you guys what we've got, and we'll start getting this thing rocking and rolling. All right, check it out. We've got the Supra here. This was the worst Supra in the world, but my man Jack here, he got this thing looking beautiful. Dude. And I gotta say, you did a heck of a job on that frame rail. You guys know we do collision here at this shop every day, and some of the nicest, cleanest work I've seen. But we know that Jack really was a body man at some time in his last venture. So now that he's a YouTube man, he's taking out his old skills.
I spent 13 years as a body guy, and I love doing this stuff, and I found the opportunity to do YouTube, and I pick up cars like this. This was literally probably one of the worst Supras in the world, if not the worst. We did the upper and lower frame rail. We had to replace a section of the floor. The quarter panel's been replaced. There's been a ton. There's not a single panel on this car that has not had bodywork on it. The roof looks like someone had tap danced on this thing. It was really bad, and now everything looks really good body wise, but we are here with the Candyman so that this thing can look really good paint wise, and I'm really excited about the paint color. So we've talked about this color already. It's going to be jet green metallic from Porsche, and I love this color because we are going to be going with a tan interior and gold accents, and I think that's just going to set this car off, and it's going to make this car a showstopper. And speaking of showstopper, this will be at SEMA. So if you guys are at SEMA, go check the car out. It's going to be in the Koenig wheel booth. This is possibly going to be one of the nicest Supras out there. And I want this to be a very OEM plus look like I always do, but the interior's going to be next level. Not only that, we're doing a twin turbo kit from Artec on here, which is like top of the line stuff. Artec is an Australian company. And thanks to my buddy Stuart, I met the owner of Artec, and now we're working together to make this car really fast, sound really good, look really good. Candyman's making this thing look really good. I get to do all the body work, so.
And don't forget about Brian.
Oh, Brian.
Where is he? He's slacking again.
Yeah, I mean, like, you tell the guy 5 o'clock, all right, and it's 8 o'clock now. Where are you, Brian? Where are you at? Like, he'll get here just in time to try to put paint on the car, right?
We'll see what we can do to him. But this here is the job. You guys see it. It's fully disassembled, motors out, trannies out. There's not a wire on it, not a clip in it. And we're gonna get this thing in this video looking beautiful by the end of it. You guys know we always stay humble on this channel. You never wanna be too cocky because you haven't done the job yet, but we're hoping to get one of our nice outcomes that we do here on the channel. So we gotta get this thing taken apart, and the first thing we're gonna be doing is spraying the inside of this thing first, because I want to mask it off to keep the outside clean. When you're doing something like this, with all the sanding that he's done, you get a lot of dust in crevices, and we know that stuff will come out on the outside, and we want to try to get this job looking as clean as possible, because I think that if we do get it dirty, I think Jack told me he knew how to buff really good, and I know Brian's got all them new Milwaukee buffers and everything, so we're gonna maybe we could do that.
Milwaukee, hook it up, man. We need some buffers over here.
We gotta let Brian do the buffing since he's got all that high-tech stuff I seen he's got. What do you think?
I don't know.
Or will he burn it?
I don't trust him. I think he'll probably burn it.
He'll burn it. All right, so we're gonna get this thing taken apart, and then we're gonna get the inside cut in. We will do the outside like we normally do, paint it with the outside and get this all cleared up, but I wanna do the inside first. So we're gonna dismantle it, get it ready, get it shot, and then we'll be doing the outside of the vehicle. All right, so before we go ahead and get this thing cut in, while the fenders are on the car, we're gonna go ahead and block them out because this is still in slick sand, or the Evercoat. What is this, the Optex?
The Optex Super Build.
This is the Super Build. This is the new improved version of the slick sand that you guys have seen on the channel. But while the fenders are on, we're gonna go ahead and get them blocked out. And we are using a rigid block because we wanna get this car as straight as possible. We do not wanna have any flex in it. And then once we remove the actual fenders, we will block it and refine that down. So let's go ahead and get it blocked out. Look who it is. Again, he shows up late. And I know how to give him something to eat too to even start working.
It's my job to show up late because I was hoping a lot more work would have been done. But by the time I get here, I'm looking at this and look, I mean.
All right, so we got Jack. He's making sure that we put down the guide coat on this one. This is a very crucial part of making sure that you get a nice block. He's really checking over my work here, you know?
Listen.
This job was supposed to come sanded, ready to rock and roll.
It's going to SEMA.
And now we've got the big kid blocks out. I feel like I'm starting out back on my first week of painting. And training with this guy, because I found out he was in the restoration customization business before all this, not just collision work.
So I like pain. I like suffering. So I figured, why not let everybody else suffer with me? I can't just be the only one suffering. Here, hold on. All right.
Let's get the guide coat on. I got to double guide coat this. We hit it with 180. We're going to hit it with 320. One more block, and then we're going to fine it up. So what we've got now is a double block with the hard block. And like I was saying before, we got interrupted by two maniacs.
I can't believe I drive 4 hours just to sand the inside of the car.
That's how you are treated. You're going to be treated the same way that I see you treat your guys at work.
Yes, sir.
Okay?
Yes, sir. I'm the prepper now.
This is not how this is going to work. I got a couple calls from your guys at your shop, and they say that you've been beating them up, treating them very badly, and they wanted me to take it out on you.
Yes, sir. I'm sorry. It will never happen again. I will do whatever you say.
All right, so we've got the body in here, and like I said, we're spraying the inside, but we decided to go ahead and spray the engine bay with the inside because I don't want to be crawling around on the floor when I'm painting the outside of this vehicle. So when you're doing a job like this, as you're working on it, you're going to see a better way of doing it, and that is the way that you're going to be able to get that job to come out the nicest by learning as you're going with it. So if you were to paint this front engine bay at the same time as this roof, you're going to be crawling around on the floor, getting up with a dirty hose, and then you're going to be having a chance of dirt landing on the outside. So to me, the best bet will be, let's go ahead and handle the inside, the engine bay, and that way we can mask that off and just do the top. But we're not going to have any seams. We're going to go to our factory joints like we do normally on the channel when we get this one all cut in. So let's go ahead, get this thing wrapped up, and then we'll be shooting the engine bay. We are going to gloss out the engine bay, but inside we're going to mix up the hardened base coat and get that thing looking really nice. All right, so we finally got it ready to do the cut in. We've got it all bagged up, and this is getting late in the night, but if we do not get this cut in, that means that it is going to slow us down for the outside. So we want to get it cut in tonight. That way we can do the outside, bag it up, and paint all that stuff. So we are jacking it up. You guys know this is Jack Builds It, so he likes to use the jack. And this way I can climb underneath and we'll be able to get access to this one a little bit better. You guys see we spun it in the booth because I don't want to be kneeling down, getting underneath there on the grates and tearing up my knees. All right, so we finally got it all ready, and now we are applying our sealer inside the engine bay. This is one you had to crawl in from the bottom. And the reason we did the engine bay with the inside was we did not want to pick up dirt and get it all over our hose as well as our body and then hang it over the outside. So we decided as we were working on it to go ahead and handle the engine bay as well as the inside of the body. And you guys see here we're applying our normal black sealer that was recommended for the sealer color underneath the green that we're going to be applying. So this is a really beautiful color, and we used our Luma gun with our Luma light. That was going to give us nice visibility because in some of these areas that are hard to see, that light really came in handy on the inside of the body as well as the engine bay. So this was a big job, and this was the biggest job that we've actually done on the channel with you guys as well as at the shop with the Glazert 100 line. So I had a lot on my plate, and you guys see here we're going back in now to check for coverage. That's where that Luma light really comes in handy, and we've got it still on the gun, so we went in and checked it. But look at how beautiful that color is. That is such a nice green, and you guys will see here soon once we get our clear on it how nice it really is, because it has a lot of pearl in it, and it really does flip back and forth from blue to green, and then it gets really dark in shaded areas. So this was a heck of a job. All right, guys, we're back. It's the next morning and we are tired. We were here very late to get this as far as we have. Let's go ahead, turn the booth on, see what we've got, because we got to get the body back out, refine the scratch. He did prep out most of the body on it, but we do have to sand it again. So we are here. We're still waiting on Jack and Brian to get here. Those guys are staying at a hotel nearby. So let's go into the booth. We'll see what we've got and check this thing out. So this is definitely a beautiful color. I love this green. I'm a big fan of green, and this car is gonna look phenomenal with the color combination that Jack picked out for it. So he's got some really cool things that he's doing to this car that's gonna set this thing apart, and I'm really looking forward to seeing it all done. And the awesome thing is that this is gonna be at the SEMA show and at the Koenig wheel booth. So this is gonna be set up really nice, I'm sure, at that show. I'm hoping to get there this year. This may be the big year that I get to SEMA, and I'm gonna be ecstatic if I get there to actually see this car in person and to be at the SEMA show for the first time. So we're waiting on them. They should be here any minute. We really put in some hard work to get this thing as far as it is here, and we are beat. But that's part of this business, is doing things that you don't want to do sometimes, but to get the outcome that you want, you're gonna have to do that. So let's see where these guys are at. All right, so we've got everything now in the booth for our second batch. We did last night the inside, the engine bay. Now we're gonna be doing a load of parts, and then we're gonna get the body in with the fenders and the doors, so we can do that all section together. I like to break it up when it's a big job like this. Sometimes you get really cramped inside that booth, and you're able to get a nicer outcome by not being so stuffed in there. That way you're not having all that overspray blowing around, because when you get all them parts, sometimes you can get that booth over full, and then it's gonna really struggle to get all those fumes evacuated and get a nice clean job. So we've got it wiped down. You guys see my man Brian's in there doing his thing.
We're ready to go. I got everything nice and cleaned up. Sir, is there anything else I need to do?
You know, how about you go get me a coffee?
I'll do that. I'll be right back.
All right. All right, so we got it in here. We're gonna go ahead, blow and tack it, start sealing it, hit it with the base, clear it, then we're gonna get the body in. All right, so you guys see we've got it all ready now. The body is in there, the doors, the fenders. We went ahead and we put the chip guard on the bottom of the rockers and the bottom of the fenders, because these little small rocker moldings that clip into this vehicle have the factory rock guard on it. And you guys know we like to duplicate all the OEM stuff and give it one step above by doing a nicer, beautiful finish when we're doing something like this, because this is a full overall, so we can gloss it out and make it one step above the OEM. We don't want to really make it too slick, but we want to have that nice, beautiful, crispy look that you guys know we love on the channel. So we're going to go ahead, seal it now, get our base on, and get this thing cleared up. All right, guys, we've got the car all finished up, and I am ecstatic on the outcome of it. I'm really, really blown away of the color. This is such a beautiful color. It's dark, it's got a lot of sparkle in it, and then it changes because there's a lot of pearl that went into this color to give it this phenomenal look that it has. And we got my man Jack here with us now. I want you guys to see his thoughts on the job and how it looks all finished up.
Dude, this is amazing. It is better than I could have imagined. It looks phenomenal. Like, this does not need to be buffed. It is absolutely epic. This is going to be an amazing car, and I hope everybody who's watching now, if you get a chance to see this car in person, it's going to be at SEMA Show. It's going to be driving around Orlando. I mean, this is the chef's kiss. This thing is, it's perfect. It's absolutely perfect. I appreciate it. The Candyman, he did his job. He did exactly like he said he was going to do. He took care of me. He made the car look amazing, and now we have the task of putting this back together and not scratching anything.
Oh yeah, that could be a problem, Jack.
Yeah.
I didn't give you my number, did I?
Yeah.
I appreciate the opportunity, though.
Nah, I appreciate you, and we should show them what it looks like outside.
Yeah, let's get this thing out.